It's JAYMOORE, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We're going to have another live show talking about, some hot topics of the week, different things going on. Also, if you want, we could talk a little bit about Breaking Bad. I did finish the first season on Netflix. I'll talk just a little bit about that, a minute or two, a little bit. But I think it was excellent. Great 6 episodes. Was talking a little bit about the chemical dope game and the things he was going through. I mean, it's crazy, little interesting show. So anybody that's ever thought about watching it and you're thinking of something to watch in the meantime, I highly recommend watching it on Netflix. It won't be a disappointment. I know it's old, but hey, it's a classic for a reason. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about Diddy and his response to the video that recently came out with Cassie. And we also talk a little bit about the Drake and the Kendrick beef. Is it good for rap? Who won? Do you care? Is it important? Uh, I mean, all of those things. Is it the same? I mean, it's interesting. I got a lot of that stuff to get into with that, and of course, get back with you all with some live comments and things, and also if you all got some questions or topics that you want to throw at me, shout out to DeMarcus Vaughn who already kicked it off with a good topic that he wanted to ask, and I'm gonna answer and also I got a guest, another up and coming young comic that I came across here in Indy. So once he get all situated and is able to come through, then we'll have his take on a couple of things and see how that go. And also I'll tell you a little bit about my weekend because I did yesterday go check out Marlon Wayans from the Wayans brothers, the Wayans family, Marlon Wayans at the comedy club. And it was pretty good. He did a good job. He was pretty funny. He had some stuff out there. So they said at the comedy club that he has a new comedy special that's getting ready to come out on Netflix. And they said that this is going to be all new material last night. None of the stuff that's going to be on the special. So I thought it was pretty funny. I saw a few people in the audience did get a little tight. I ain't gonna get all into his material too much, but he did have a lot of material about his family and his daughter transitioning and stuff. I personally thought it was funny. I thought that he showed that he was kind of hard headed in dealing with it at first, and that he, through time and different things, he made mistakes, but that he showed growth. And at the end, he was saying, all it means is love, and all of that stuff is what's important for your family. And you shouldn't be judging them and unconditional love and all of that. Of course, it was a lot funnier than what I was saying. He definitely knew how to use that microphone. Anyway, it was a few people in the audience, like a table next to me. They was kind of tight, and let's just say they was 3 gay guys. They didn't seem to like it, which I don't understand why. I don't understand why people get so tight or so sensitive at comedy shows. It's jokes, and yeah, some things can maybe be triggering or reminding uh, of things, incidents, but I thought that he did a tasteful job. It was funny, and he said and went in on some stuff, but that's his life and his experiences. And I mean, it was a comedy show. He ain't your therapist. And I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I think people sometimes be a little too tight, a little too sensitive, wear their heart on their sleeve, especially at comedy shows. And especially in the end where he was saying about the growth and how the acceptance and all of that. And I guess sometimes people are very unforgiving if you use the F to the G word. F to the G, missing the A. But sometimes they don't like that. But anyway, I thought he was again tasteful, comic, funny how he delivered it. I enjoyed the show. I did see Sean Wayans earlier this year, and I thought Sean was pretty good considering I never thought of him doing stand up, and he did a good job. I think Marlon was a little funnier though, but they did a good job though. All right, let me get ready to bring in my boy Jack. Wait, my boy Jack Wise, not Harlow. He got his mic ready and his camera ready. So
This
what's
situation's totally like improv.
okay? That's what's up. Improv live. What's good? You now live on the podcast. Say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody? This is my first time on the Jay Moore podcast.
There you go. Making something happen, man. We got a few people pouring in right now. So we're gonna get into a few little topics and stuff, reactions to some news and some stuff going on and things. Before we do, you got the big D bros on there. You want to tell people a little bit
Yeah.
about yourself, where they can find you. I mean, what's up?
So that was like damn near freshman year of high school. Me and my buddies, we just would post stupid videos online. But it's like that's kind of like my passion and stuff. Is like I always wanted to be into like the film and stuff and just a content creator. And the whole stand up thing didn't find me until like very recently. More so, nervous. But once I first did it, I'm like, all right, I kind of like this. This could be my thing. So I
All
just
right.
started coming out
You're
with
doing
those.
the big D bros, like the Bang Bros. You
Oh
start
yeah, I think that was a big inspiration for me. They're one of my favorite filmmakers.
Academy Award winning stuff, man. Hey,
Oh yeah,
they sure know
but
how to crank it in there.
people can find me. That's just my full name, Jack Ray Wise. That's my social media handle. I got to post a few videos. They might come out tomorrow actually. Of me doing some stand up and whatnot. I'm excited for this contest coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. I'm definitely hoping that some big things is able to shake out of that myself. So
Oh yeah.
definitely. And just the introduction, I met Jack doing stand up on the little local comedy scene over there
Oh
in
yeah.
Indy. So a little networking here to see meeting the young, the old, and everything in between. See what's up. You never know. He may be
I'm
the next.
definitely getting a damn haircut before the show. This thing's out of whack right now.
Hey man,
But
you gotta keep them pubes, man. Keep them pubes, baby. Don't let them go. Hey,
I
you
get a
could
lot
be
of I
like
get a
this
lot of
right here, boy. I don't want.
I can cut some of mine off and give you some. You can rock a wig.
I'm gonna put a little bit like Michael Jackson, just a little one long strand. I just need one long
Oh yeah.
strand to hang down. Curl, boy George.
My hair, I got one cornrow put in my hair a long time ago. That shit hurt like a motherfucker to get out.
You looking like Malibu Most Wanted up in here.
Oh man,
In the boot. In
it's
the
a
boot.
classic film.
Right. All right. So one of the questions from the people that's watching, DeMarcus Vaughn. Shout out to my brother DeMarcus Vaughn watching. He said, Jay, who has the better overall resume, Mary J. Blige or Jennifer Lopez? Now he said overall resume. He didn't say singing because, of course, Mary J. the better singer. But at least that's my opinion, hands down. But I think J-Lo has done more movies. I'm not gonna say she's a better actress, but she's done more work, and so I would say that would bring her up on that. And then her concerts and stuff. And so but I'm gonna give it to Mary J overall.
Mary J's
It was
got like
closer than you think.
they both put on phenomenal shows. Like, and then when Mary J did the Super Bowl halftime, that was so kick ass. Like,
Yes.
I remember when that happened. That was one of my favorite like recent halftime shows for sure. You got Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent and all them, but you know, I gotta say I don't go to Jennifer Lopez very often.
Right.
Not in
See,
my
her prime
catalog.
was probably before your time too, a little bit.
They both kind of are, but like I do reach back a little bit. I like my stuff.
I see you got the Chronic back there on the wall, so I'm gonna give you some credit over there.
The Chronic, that NWA, that was one of my favorites. I mean, it's just stuff my dad would put on, and I'm like 5 years old listening to it, so it kind of grew on me.
Right. What's the name of the group?
NWA.
What's that mean?
Oh,
next question. All right, so what's up, Rashonda? How you doing? Says Lance Samples. He say, "What up, Jay? Appreciate the work you put into your lives review. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for all the support and everything. Checking in on Facebook. Just so you know, we live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. So appreciate everybody for coming through. We just lost connection with my man Jack, but he shall return. Y'all let me know in the comments who you got, J-Lo or Mary J. And let me know what your thoughts is on that. I would say Mary J, but I think J-Lo may have more money than her. I don't know how you judge everything. You could say your resume, but does money, who has more money, does that mean that they better? Does having more money mean you more successful? I don't know. Does appreciation mean you more successful? What do you judge success by? But hey, in my opinion, I think Mary J got a slightly better overall resume than J-Lo, but not by much. You know what I'm saying? J-Lo was a fly girl and she paid her dues, but it is what it is. Around the time J-Lo was a fly girl, Mary J was with Method Man singing You All That I Need. So Mary J been putting in the work just as long and she been doing her thing. I gotta give it to her. Now I was talking earlier before you joined about a comedy show. I went to Marlon Wayans yesterday, and I liked it. It was pretty good, but I saw a couple of tables get a little butthurt and tight, pun intended. Gay tables, and he had a lot of gay jokes. And I'm thinking, hey, what people can't take a joke. I mean, at the end, he had some gay jokes, and he had some stuff that was about gay people, whatever. Especially, he really went in on his daughter because his daughter transitioned. I thought that it was hilarious how he was explaining it and what he did and said. And I thought it was really good, but and he came around at the end. But at the end, these people didn't seem to like it, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with some people today? As a fellow comic, what you think about people not having a sense of humor, being a little too sensitive with this wokeness, especially at a comedy show?
Oh my gosh. Comedy shows are the one place you should be able to say what you want. I mean, yes, there's some stuff you don't want to touch. Definitely, if you're a comedian, you don't want to like go in there and fucking
Trying to be malicious, right?
You're not like trying to go after people and stuff like that. But if it's all in good nature and like what you're there for, you shouldn't be expecting to If you want to do that, you can go to like San Francisco where they're a little more tame and stuff. And I'm not afraid to tackle some things, but I know what not to. You know what I mean? And if I get bad feedback on something, it's like it's not meant for everybody to love it. It's to who appreciates comedy, and like it's like if you can tell a good joke about something, then say it. Now I get
Right.
it if it's like a just very poorly done joke, but if it's a good joke, it should be able to be laughed at, not like scrutinized.
Like, in my opinion, I think every single topic, and I really mean every single topic, can be talked about by a comedian if it's done right.
Oh yeah,
You
I mean it
have
takes
to
a
do it right. Like, you could talk about the Holocaust to the abuse to all kind of stuff. Because I've seen different comics do it. You know what I'm saying? Tom Segura got a crazy set where he talk about a joke, of course, but abuse, and then he got stuff with his son and different things. Of course, you gotta watch it. I'm not gonna give it justice to do it, but it's hilarious. Of course, it's a joke. It's different. I don't know how many Jewish comics have made jokes about the Holocaust and different stuff and things, or Germany or not, the different stuff. You got to do it right. You know what I'm saying? You can't get
yeah.
a Nazi person to start making jokes about it. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely
That
do
ain't
think
right.
it
Right. So,
depends on
like,
where you go. Like
exactly. And I think comics are needed for people to think about the absurdity of stuff.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because that's
Yeah,
really a lot of stuff we do, is bring attention to the absurdity of stuff in a funny way. Because if you say, hey, this is absurd, stop, most people don't listen. But when you craft it in a way that kind of skips and goes through that wall, that mental wall people put up, then they start to think about stuff differently. You know what I mean? So I think when people start going down the road of you can't laugh at this, don't say this, don't do that, they're becoming what they think they're fighting against, in my opinion.
exactly. And like I hate seeing big comedians fold. Like Dave Chappelle, he backed what he set up, and like it's like that's whenever I start losing interest. It's like you can't be
Mhm,
afraid to be what made you. And like I know times are changing and stuff, but it's like if we
mhm,
let ourselves go so far, it's like we're heading into a bad direction, like with censorship and stuff. Because like
mhm.
YouTube even did it. It's like you
Oh
can
yeah, big
YouTube
time.
done it, Twitch. It's like they really crack down on certain subjects, and it doesn't even have to be that
Still
bad.
do it.
And like
Mhm,
that's why I find myself going back to older movies, older comedy movies. It's like because that's when it was good. That's whenever things were said, and it's never
mhm.
in ill nature. Like I think in The
Right.
Hangover, what's his name?
Um,
He says something, but he says the N word in it, and it's like he's not saying it in an ill nature, but a lot of people do get offended by that stuff, and it's like I
mhm.
understand, but it's like now if that was to be said, like that guy would probably be out of a job and stuff, and
Right.
people would
Right.
respond with it with so much hate. But The Hangover is looked at one of the better comedy movies out there, and it is an excellent film. That's just one of my favorite
Oh
comedies.
yeah. I mean, hell, Eddie Murphy Raw. He
Oh
couldn't
my
even damn near release that today.
Oh, not even not close. The
Right.
things that would come
So
out, so
yeah.
or early Dave Chappelle, or like his
Right.
skits with he had
But see,
one
Dave
where
Chappelle today, this is one thing you said a second ago. I almost forgot. Glad you brought it back up. He's a master, in my opinion, at talking about these touchy subjects today.
oh yeah,
When he was talking about the A's and the B's and the C's and the then D, they don't want to get along and they all ride in the car. D's want to be with G. That was amazing. That was a craft that was beautiful. You
oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah.
and I mean it. That's why he's where he's at. He knows how to handle these type of things, and it's like that's something I could only hope to even be able to get like 1% of. But it's like people even the roast of Tom Brady that came out recently, like there was some
Man,
real heavy hitter jokes in there that like I
oh,
really wasn't
hell
expecting.
no's on it.
Yeah, like I think Julian Edelman said something about Aaron Hernandez about him being hung and everything, and man, when I watched that, I'm just like, dude, that's
Boy,
coming from a football player, and he did it with like
a team.
no hesitancy and stuff. It's like
Mhm. He knew him. They're not just a football player, his teammate.
That's
So, yeah, even worse. He know him. He
that whole
saw how hung he
situation is
was.
messy.
He saw how hung he was both times. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl B in the chat. What's good, girl? She say happy Sunday, Jay, Jack, Ray, Wise, and everyone in the chat. Thanks, sis. I
Happy
appreciate
Sunday.
you.
It's been a
Definitely.
rainy Sunday.
Man, like crazy. Man, Demarcus Vaughn said Red Fox opened up things in a comedic way. Big time. The legend, the GOAT. I got a poster of Red Fox at the crib.
I
Yeah.
think. But going back to the Mary J. Blige thing with
Mhm.
the rap game and what's going on in that right now, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. What do you? I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that a little later, but that has been something that has been on my mind for a while because I mean it's kind of died down. But man, that
Well, go
we were
ahead.
talking about.
Who you got in there? Since this is more your era, I mean, they a little. I mean, this your generation stuff. So, because of my beefs and stuff was Biggie and Pac
Oh
era.
man, hey, I remember listening to those tracks. I used to look them up on YouTube. It's like they didn't mess around either, and like that's why what I'm hearing today with Kendrick, I got Kendrick Lamar. That's just don't get me wrong. I like Drake's music, but he is one, you know, freaky dude. He does some questionable things, and it's like I can separate music from the person totally,
Right, right. I
but
think house
Kendrick.
might be getting rated in the near future, huh?
Oh yeah, he's gonna have his own Diddy situation coming up.
Speaking of that, did you know he listed his house on the market?
Diddy, yeah, he listed his
No,
house.
no, Drake.
Oh yes, yeah. He
Yeah, Drake listed his house on the market after he done got crushed by Kendrick, and Kendrick just bought a new house
oh yeah,
in Calabasas.
Kendrick Lamar broke the streaming record for most streamed rap song in a day or in like a week, and blew out Drake's numbers. And like a lot of people are saying it's because of Drake that he's getting this kind of attention, which is true. I can't
Yeah,
like deny that, but like it's also
big
the fact
beats
that
elevate them both.
he's destroying him. He made J. Cole pull out of the beef. Like J. Cole just totally said, "I'm out. I'm not dealing with this," because I think he knew what was coming and he didn't want to be a part of it. Because I mean, Kendrick Lamar called him out for being a pedophile like 15 times over the total of that beef.
A
Like, and that's
minor.
a song that I've been hearing. I'll be walking around outside and I'll hear someone drive by bumping that
They not
song,
like us.
and it's great because I've always been a Kendrick fan. And I feel like
Mhm.
everyone's people who think Drake's winning right now. I don't even know how it's possible because like he's really
Y'all
saying
let
a
me
whole lot
know
of.
in the comments who you got, Drake or Kendrick. Put it in the comments. My man Jack Rizzy, he got Kendrick. I'm going with Kendrick also. I like Drake music, but Kendrick, them like below the belt. And then the other thing that I like about this, then I kind of don't like about it. I don't know. I'm confused. I really probably like it more than I don't. But in this way of rap, where you don't have to make CDs, you can just keep dropping songs. They put out 4 and 5 songs a piece back to back. You could just put it there and it's instantly streaming. And then I do like. That's why I say I probably like this more because I could just go to Apple and just listen. I don't have to go to the store or go keep buying this or waiting months and this and that. So I like that. But then in a way, I don't know. It kind of make music kind of cheap to me. It's like you could just put it out and do this, or maybe it should have always been kind of cheap or something. It's not special. I remember waiting and having to go get that CD and open it. It was a thing having this waiting for this track to be released and hearing about the build up and this and that, and now stuff just comes out. You
Oh
just
yeah, I mean I remember in 2010 my dad used to burn CDs off the laptop, and like that's how we'd listen to music. He'd like download it off of YouTube or whatever, and
see,
like
that's even before my time. I mean, after my time. Whenever you talk about anything downloading or YouTube or computer, that's still new to me. Not like
that's
I
about
don't
as
know
old
how
as
to
I
use
can
it,
remember.
but Yeah, like that's not new. Like I do go up a pitty boop, but that's still new generation. Like I had to go to the store. Like you used to have to wait. That's what we grew up on, you know, and having like you couldn't put out wax stuff because then these companies are putting out your music, they're putting the advertising out, won't keep putting out the records and stuff, you know. Couldn't just put out some people put together more effort and time into the albums and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sounding like get off my lawn, get off my record, y'all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, but
the
and
gas name Kenny say who can buy that mega castle compound Drake. If you had money, would you look at
not after like hearing the things he's been up to. I feel like it'd be kind of haunted. You know, I wouldn't want to walk the halls and be like, I know what happened in here.
little rub and tug going on by the
Uh,
ghosts, little ding dings, little
to be
incubus,
honest,
succubus running around?
if I had that kind of money, I wouldn't even want. It's like, what am I gonna do with 15 extra rooms? Like, I don't even know. It's like I'm gonna go
Where is
sleep in
it
one,
again?
just sleep in one every day of the week. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, no,
But
right. Where does he live? Where's the house? You remember?
I think it was the one in Toronto because I don't know if it was. He had like a shooting go on down there too, which I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, that is kind of crazy. But he
heard
brought
about
the heat on himself. He tried calling out Drake, and that's what happened. Or he tried calling out Kendrick, and that's what happened.
that. That darn Hot Spot Network say Kendrick won. They put up his best fight. Kendrick, the guy from LA, one of the craziest pieces taught to take a lesson about there's no rules to fight. Okay. DeMarcus Vaughn said Kendrick Lamar meet the Graham sound like meet the Terrence by Jay-Z. All right, Big Bird, salute my brother. How you feeling? Damian Kenny, he say I'm staying out of the picks. I'm waiting for the record labels to offer Drake and Kendrick half the industry to go on a joint tour. I mean, the way they're going right now, they probably could get a big old contract. They decided to do something together.
I mean, I've heard a lot of rumors about that actually, and one thing people were asking for a long time is a J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar collab album, but I think it'd be a cool idea. I still pick Kendrick, but it'd be a great idea if Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole just came out with their own trio album. That would be one of the highest selling albums of the 2020s for sure, because it's just you're putting a lot of big names in there, and it would be profitable. But I think this is a legit beef, and Kendrick ain't gonna go for that. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right, switch up to a different topic. All right, I don't know how much you into the world and science, but you should, especially since you're so young. You're gonna be around a while, Lord willing. So
We'll see.
that's why I say Lord willing. I didn't put on the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm put on. So it's this new news article that came out about microplastics and in the world and in our body. And it says that microplastics have been found in human blood, the hearts, testicles, and here's how they got there. I think they said nearly 100% of people. And
A
they said
100%.
yes, and they said that we eat about a credit card worth of plastic every week, all of us, because of the microplastics. It says plastics less than 5 millimeters in length is from the disposable breakdown of the plastic pellets and different stuff from auto parts, packaging, toys, all of that stuff, and landfills, water. And so they said it's in the fish, and then we eat the fish. It's in all kind of stuff, and the hot plastics and the temperatures. They said that it's been known to shrink the taints of males and men.
Taint.
The taints and the taint.
TAINT.
That's right. And the
What
taint
the
is
fuck?
just to make sure, in case don't nobody know. Yes, the taint, which is that piece of skin between your booty hole and your nards. And the reason that's important that it shrinks is they say the closer that it shrinks, then the testicle production shrinks, which is basically saying that we are getting chemically castrated and that your nuts may not work and have kids. And if they do have kids, your kids definitely gonna be in trouble. So let me ask you, what do you think about your taint shrinkage possibility? Does
My
that bother?
taint shrinkage possibility.
Yes.
Uh,
What do you think about
it's been a while since I've held a ruler up
that?
to measure it, but it doesn't look any smaller, I don't think. But the whole microplastics thing, it makes sense, but in a way, it's just like, how are we just now microplastics?
You
And
never
they
heard of
said,
this before?
I saw it when I was scrolling Instagram. I seen a post about it, and I'm like, I
Oh
brought it
yeah.
up to my friends, and it's just what's that say about the world situation right now? Like that there's so much trash that it's like in 100% of us, or
Yeah,
nearly.
nearly. And so here's the thing, like this wasn't the case when I was growing up. And I'm not that old, man. But we used to use brown paper bags, used to get the option, you want paper or plastic at the grocery store. So you would get brown paper bags. Sometimes we would use glass bottles for stuff like milk and different things. You didn't always have plastic bottles for everything. And a lot of stuff was fresh, so it wasn't really wrapped in a lot of plastic and stuff. And
Oh yeah,
you had containers and stuff at home, whereas now everything is wrapped in so much stuff because it ain't exactly fresh. And then even if you order something from Amazon, you can order something as big as this damn phone, and it's gonna come wrapped in, what I'm saying, three
bubble
boxes.
wrap and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, man.
I
What
mean,
you think about that in the future for your next 20 years?
I definitely think I'm huge on the environment. I mean, it's getting destroyed right now. It's no joke, and it's sad because like I think about my kids, and I'm like they might get to see some of it, but like way down the line, it's like I can't imagine what kind of world we're gonna be in with how the rate we're going. It's awful. I mean, think of all the animals that have been extinct since you were born to since when I was born. It's
Man,
like I'd never get to see
scary.
those animals. I just have to read about them in books and stuff. And what's
Right.
crazy to me is thinking like polar bears is something my grandkids are gonna have to like read about, and that's like fucking. That's not right. Like you think about
Are we
polar
gonna have
bears.
cows, pigs, and chickens?
Yeah, that too. I mean,
Couple
it's
birds flying around. That's about it. You know about the oceans with the sharks?
the sharks.
Nah,
I don't know.
that's a whole nother depressing subject we'll get into another time. I have to let you do some homework. Go ahead, go on Netflix and look at Shark. What is it? Is it Shark Apocalypse? No. What is it?
Sharknado.
No. That'll have you want to get them all extinct. Looking at Sharknado. Oh, they flying everywhere. You know what? We need to nuke the sharks. Okay, nuke them. No, let's.
How do movies like that get made and just the studio's like, you know what? Yep, release it. It's like, but it worked. It worked. It's like now it's so bad that people actually I don't think anyone likes it. It's just like it's out there.
It's so bad they love to hate it.
Oh
I
yeah.
never actually sat through a whole Sharknado. I've seen some clips,
I
but
don't
I've
even
never.
think I've clicked play on the movie before, but I would.
I watch too much stuff, I guess, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of watching too much stuff, Puffy, Diddy, as a lot of people
Did
nowadays
he
know.
do it?
Did he do it? Yes, he did.
Oh yeah.
He now is reacting publicly to the video a few days ago, and he was saying about his actions, that he's sorry about his actions, and that it was inexcusable. I mean, what else could he say? There's not really much he could possibly say.
Did he?
But
That whole
what
thing was. Uh, I didn't even know how to react to it because like a lot came out. Like with rappers like Meek Mill, being his little side piece and stuff, and it's like that stuff is just crazy for me to even think about. It's like in these songs they're rapping about being thugs and like gangsters, and it's like, well, we know what you do on the side.
Yeah, you was believing him.
I mean, he never came out and was not. He didn't. He never denied it.
Right.
Like,
That's weird though. Why is rap the only entertainment where people be really expecting to believe everything they say? You know, we don't expect Rambo or Arnold to do those things, but you know, it seems rap, and then they have to feel like they gotta have this street cred and portray certain stuff. Is really weird, and it usually goes bad for them when they do that and try to do that. So, but you think Meek Mill possibly being the side piece would be disturbing for you? Why would that be disturbing? No, I'm just. But
well, I mean, it's just like you listen to this music with a genre idea of the person, and then it's like this comes out, and you're like, you can't really put the picture to the puzzle piece, you know? It's like, how's that even come about? Because one thing I did hear is, you know, about Biggie's cocked eye, like how one would go that way, one would go that way.
Yeah.
They said it's because he always had one eye on Diddy.
Ah, Diddy, where you going? Oh,
Exactly.
birthdays was the worst days. I keep an eye on Diddy because I'm thirsty. Oh, what's up, sweet brown sugar? How you doing, sis? 504 girl. She from New Orleans. So it says here that he admits to beating. I mean, I like gonna say it wasn't me. What he shaggy? It wasn't me. I didn't kick her in the face. It wasn't me. It didn't see me in the hotel. It wasn't me. That's old school right there. Anyway,
I see a comment that says, I see the old school Dr. Dre poster, and what I know about that. I I love music. I love anything that has to do with the arts, and it's like I'm a huge movie lover. I love movies. I love anything to do with the artistic nature of people. It's like I don't read as much as I should, but it's like the books that are interesting, I'll reach out and read them and stuff. I just like to learn as much as I possibly can. Music's a big part of who I became, and like it's just always been there, always a way to spend time. Uh, I have I have a thing where I can't. I'll be in my room and I'll be doing something, but I have to have like background sound. You know what I mean? So that's where music really came in. I just started learning. I mean, it's what my dad played, and you know, me being his son, I just would always be like, hey, it's just a bond, something you find, and like now I listen to it. Like the whole Kendrick beef, my dad, you'd be surprised at almost 50 years old, he's keeping up with this rap beef, and it's hilarious because he'll be texting me while I'm at work, and he's like, "You hear Kendrick dropped?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." It's like it's funny to me, but it's also like super cool that he stays connected at the age he is, and I'm not calling 50-year-olds.
Yeah, people that's his generation, you know what I'm saying? Rap that started at his age. So, you know what I'm saying? It's all this stuff that's funny because like I know people 40s and 50s may seem like this, but like all the stuff that people wearing today, whether it be the Jordan 4s or whatever, that's the shoes that they was wearing when they was young and stuff and in the prime. So it's just like getting the same stuff and reliving what they was already doing. You know what I mean? In the sense. So, you know, do you got any kids by any chance?
I do not.
Yeah, okay. Just practicing.
Just practicing.
Hey, wrong with the practice. That's the best part. Practice. That's all I like.
That mission successful the other week.
In the George Bush kind of way, George Bush 9/11 kind of way.
No. It was a good time, but
that's all this is about, man.
Kids, I'm not ready.
He said,
Plus,
I don't hear that.
Maybe the microplastics already, kicked
You
my
might
stuff
want to
down.
save a little squirt or two then. Put some
Yeah,
in the fridge there.
I do
Squirt a
eat a
couple,
lot of fish, so it's like, I gotta
and you get
chill out.
double dose. You probably get 2 cards. Your mother credit limit is high. You got
That
2, 3 credit cards in your wallet.
you
The
know that
Capital One
whole
is in
filet
your
o
wallet.
fish.
What's in your tank? That's what Capital One is going to ask you. What's in your tank?
I I definitely got something from that filet o fish.
Hey, as long as it's fresh, freshly prepared by her. If you want to, hey, make that.
What's a fast food place that always lights up your ass? Like you get it and you just like you can't.
Capital.
I just had White Castle, and you know what? You're not lying. It definitely does hit you a little hard.
Boy, that's no joke. That
Rallies.
man, he said Cassie never turned Diddy in, and Kim Porter never turned Diddy in. Why? I could see Kim Porter had children with him. Well, I think probably the reason why is because same reason why a lot of ladies that may be in an abusive relationship don't turn the guy in because they have some kind of unfortunate twisted feeling of love at the moment for that person. Because women do this all the time, and these people aren't really rich. So I wouldn't say it's because he was rich, because women are sometimes abused by men, and they continue to defend and stay with them, even if the police come and all of that stuff. So, I mean, I think it's because they have some type of unfortunate, twisted feelings for the person and not realizing maybe this person ain't really treating you the best. But I think women are trying to stop that a little more now than before, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on why Cassie or Kim Porter or women in general in a bad relationship may stay? What are your thoughts on that?
Uh, honestly, it's a it's a touchy subject. I don't know. It's like whenever people fall in love, or maybe it's the money, maybe it's just they want some financial security. I don't want to assume these things about these people, but like it's like I've never been in a situation where I'm like thinking, okay, this is not helping me. Let me stay around it. And I think some people just aren't raised right, and like that sounds really messed up, but like
No,
it's like
I mean, a lot of that goes into it, though. I mean, it's not a technical right way, but it is things that can be missing
yeah,
that we
like
can all point to.
you can
And
look past something because you're blinded by what you really think of them, and like you could have actually been in love with them, but like they'll have bad tendencies that only people from the outside can see, and sometimes you need help in those situations. And I definitely think people should reach out, because I mean
mm,
there's a lot of those situations. I mean, it'd just be better, and I think it's a lot on the guy too, or if the roles were reversed, like Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, like that
um,
that whole situation. It's like he
that was
was innocent, and like she was just trying to gun for his neck and try to shame him, and then that's why it's harder
that's
for
using the current culture against of women getting the credibility and now taking it and not standing for it, and somebody kind of using that in the wrong way against them. That's interesting.
exactly, like there's a lot of these false
Yeah.
accusations and stuff, and it's like that can I've seen a lot of college players for like sports teams get their career ruined by false allegations, and like it they don't really get held accountable for it, and that's
Mm,
what's it's like you can destroy his career, but it's like what
well,
happens to her or to him. It's like
right, right. It is definitely double sided, and it is very complicated. Can be a lot of moving parts in it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get it. Hey, we're gonna switch it up a second before we get up out of here shortly. Let's look at some funny, or I say interesting Instagram videos and do some reactions to them.
all
All
right.
right. All right, so this video, This guy's looking at people at like a trampoline place, flip around. Let's see. He doing reactions. Who you got? Oh my goodness.
God dang.
Hey, damn, boy. Say he can't be athletic. That boy, the whole offensive line. Oh my
Oh,
God. His legs
oh
look like
man.
mine. The
That one hurt
backflip.
my knees.
Oh, he wears the wheelchair. Look, oh my God. This dude look like a real life Pac-Man.
Real life Pac-Man.
The ghost was about to get him. Look at this. Damn, he done knocked all the lights out the place.
You just
All the
asking for it though.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Margie.
Whose mom is this? Oh my God.
And she was pregnant.
She was pregnant?
She looked at oh Shorty just bent in half. He bent it. Oh my God. Ah, he played it off. Ah,
Hey, that could have went a lot worse.
Yeah, it really he could have landed in. Oh, he kicked his baby. What? That got to be it. That had to be a dog.
Oh, that's real.
WWE.
Oh my gosh.
Slammer with
Mysterio.
who you got in your top of that one right there?
Fat guy's got to be in there. I mean, that's just impressive peak
Boy,
male performance right there. I mean, how do
straight
you
up.
move like that? I
For
couldn't
real.
even do that if I tried. But I mean, gravity wouldn't be on my side there.
Hey, definitely. All right, I got another video. This is pretty funny, man. You gotta be careful, man, who you come up on these days, because you never know who might been and kicked your ass. And you might run up on Michael Jackson. He might just beat it. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Bop, ow, bop, bop, bop.
Those kicks would do some damage.
This look like that Moonwalker game for Sega Genesis. He used to sprinkle sugar on. Look how he duck it.
He's really going through all the training now.
Look, the moonwalk. He been to hit you with the moonwalk right there. You've been laid out. How would you feel you didn't got laid out by the moonwalk, man?
I would just hope I wasn't getting recorded because, I mean, actually, you know what? I would want to be recorded because ain't no one going to believe that shit. Like,
Hey,
you'd need proof for that. I don't.
real.
I've seen
If I was getting ready to fight a dude and he broke out doing the moonwalk and the beat it and this and that, there's no way you can win this. If you beat him up, you beat up a weirdo Michael Jackson impersonator. And if you lose, you lost to this person. So it's no way to win in this situation. I'll be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm out.
I don't think Michael Jackson. That you know what? We should talk next time we do this. We got to talk on some Michael Jackson stuff. He's got a lot of funny material to work with there.
Speaking of some funny material, big boys back in the day used to get down wrestling, and what's funny is I was a kid when I watched pro wrestling, but to watch it today, I know it's a little more extravagant. But looking at this, look at this acting. But they was. Look at Big Butt. Look at this. Now look at he gonna dance. Look.
What in the hell?
Bloop. Oh, look, he gave me some soul, brother. Damn, nice elbow, man. Bloop. Nope. I think that's enough. Look at him. Rusty Rhodes. Hey, you think you get elbowed in the head and get some dance moves?
I think I can make a great pro wrestler. I think my acting would be phenomenal. I mean, if
name. This dude's name was the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, One Man Gang, Akeem, Big Boss Man.
Oh, that's the Blob right there.
The Blob. What would you be? Well, you could be. Let's see. You could be the Pew. The Pew. Your finishing move is just like grinding in somebody's face. Indian burn with that shit. Just
floss their teeth with my hair.
They face be all red. You want the Pew?
No.
No.
Who was your?
No.
Who was your wrestler back in the day? Your go-to, your favorite?
Ultimate Warrior, baby. The Warriors. All the Warriors are going to be there. And all the little Warriors.
You in that
And
role.
they're going to be there giving me the script to defeat Hulk Hogan.
What the? You nailed
And
that.
then I love me some Macho Man. Oh, yeah.
Macho Man.
And Randy Savage, oh yeah, with Elizabeth, my queen Elizabeth. Let me tell you something, Hulk Hogan. You cannot defeat the Macho Man. Can you dig it? Oh
Think
yeah.
Hulk
Macho.
Hogan's up there for sure. Hulk
I would
Hogan.
put him third. Hogan would have been one of third because he lost to both of the other two. But Hogan was first at one time till he started getting his ass kicked. But Hogan, you know, I am a real American.
You like that, brother? Like the brother thing? That's always stuck.
Vitamins and the prayers, brother. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, me G. When I go to WrestleMania, I'm gonna have the training, the vitamins, and the prayers, brother. Started sounding like Ron White. Let me tell you something, brother. That right there's a hell of a comedy show there, brother. It was a lot of funny laughs and a lot of funny things going down, brother. I'm telling you, it was a great crowd down there, brother. I had no complaints. I was down there with the Rogan and those guys down in the Texas. It's right in the middle of the country. Go where you like, have a little fun.
Oh my god, dude! My buddy's a huge WWE fan, or he was, and like he used to have like the John Cena sweatband, and he'd put it on his arm, and then fucking throw me into a tree, and we would break a lot of stuff around the house, trying to reenact. Rey Mysterio was probably my guy, because I don't know, he was always just I don't know, the way they move, it's like it's pure entertainment, and that stuff is like.
Well, Rey Mysterio was athletic as hell.
Oh my god, yeah.
He was coming in. I was stopping to watch, but I know who he is. And Rey Mysterio, boy, his little ass. One thing I knew when wrestling was fake, I wasn't watching it by this point, but didn't they make him like the heavyweight champion?
Oh yeah,
Rey Mysterio.
the
He only
fights
like
between him and
5'5",
Big
150.
he was just a small guy. Like he'd go in the ring and look tiny, but it's like the other dude was like Big Show and being like 7 foot. Or who was that Andre the Giant? Like they have some fucking crazy dudes in there. Dave Bautista though, he's probably. This is a hot take because of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but I think Dave Bautista is the best actor to come out of WWE.
He is though. That's not a high. I think his roles have been better than Rock. Rock is very good for wrestler, and John Cena actually is very good too.
John Cena is good.
Almost better than Rock actually. Just saying a lot. But
because like
the
they
Rock
haven't
has
been doing it
been
nearly
working
as long
recently. He's a lot of muscle movies. What you think?
I think it's like I like more unique roles, and like this is a hot take too, but Adam Sandler, he plays like the same role every movie now, and it's like and that like The Rock, it's like okay, so you've been in the last 6 Fast and Furious movies, now what's next? It's like, oh, you're a fireman saving lives, and like
yeah, that's too much. Him being the heroes like that is. I liked him in The Rundown. I liked him in that movie where he was trying to help the kids. He was a sheriff or whatever with the pickup truck and the 2x4. Yeah, those were good movies. And once he started getting the big budget Tooth Fairy and all that, and then once he did Hercules and really got roided up, he's still a good actor, especially from WWE. But now he's a muscle. Like Pain and Gain was a good movie. I like Pain and Gain. You see that?
I did not, but he does have a movie coming out that I am looking forward to. I forget what it's called, but he's a boxing coach, and I think it'll be an awesome. It's going to be good to see
Speaking
him in
of
a different role.
wrestling and the movies, Zac Efron got the new movie about
Oh,
Devon
yeah.
Erics. Yeah, I got to see that. I bet it's on my thing. I just ain't watched it yet.
I think
But I
they
love
just put it
Devon
on
Erics.
something.
You know, they all like killed themselves and stuff tragically.
Oh yeah, the real story about him.
Yeah, Devon
It is.
Erics.
It's an interesting story, and I do need to see it too because I think Jeremy Allen White, he's an actor I like, and he's in it too. And I hear Zac Efron did like amazing acting in it, and it's.
He looks great. He looks great for the part. I mean, he already was in shape, but he looks just like one of the Von Erichs. Like, I mean, and the moves and stuff he was doing, I could tell he put in the work and did it. Damian Kinney said it was Walking and Talking. That's not the name of it. It's called Walk and Talk. Yeah, he just put it in here. Walk and Tall. That's the name of it.
Walking
With
Tall.
Rock with the 2x4. That was a good movie.
I'm definitely have to check that one out.
All right, let me show you another video on Instagram. Now, we all know, I don't know, it's different for you because you grew up in the era after Columbine, going to school when school shootings were real. It was never such thing as a school shooting for me. But these kids are crazy, talking crazy. It's videos all the time of some kids smacking or beating some teacher's ass. Here's a video of a kid that was caught using a racial slur to a substitute teacher, and then tried to swing on the teacher and beat the teacher ass. And this is what happened. So you see Shorty swing, teacher backed up. He said, I'm a substitute teacher, bitch. I ain't got no life either. Come, bring it. He then backed up, lowered that shoulder, bloop, bloop. They got multiple angles. He just bodied him, then got over him like, what, you want more? Now, this teacher, and I'm gonna read this in the while you checking out the video. It says that in Las Vegas, this video was taken at the Valley High School and it shows that this teacher got arrested after this. His name was Raekwon Smith, 27, who was arrested and booked into the Clark County Detention Center for battery with substantial bodily harm and disturbance of school. They said that he is accused of brawling with the Valley High School student on Thursday when he asked the teen who shouted out a racial slur to leave the classroom. The altercation turned physical when the student placed his hands on Smith. Sources said the student is recovering in a local hospital after the fight. And the video shows Smith and the student throwing punches at one another before the student was knocked out to the ground. Police noted that Smith was employed since November 23 and that he will be removed from the substitute pool and no longer eligible to serve as a substitute teacher. Now, in my opinion, this kid shouldn't have put his hands on him. He shouldn't have attacked him. And this man shouldn't have to sit there and take an ass whooping from no punk ass 15-year-old kid.
Oh no, not at all.
He didn't keep coming. His shirt all ripped. He laid him out. Look, here it go. He backing up. He laid him out. Now, dude fell. He didn't have to come charge him again. But look, he charging him. He gonna defend himself.
Boop. He has to.
Anyway, what's your thoughts? I think all these kids need their ass in school, but I don't know. I'm there with this kid.
As horrible as it is, it's hard, but
technically, child is a minor, so it's abused, or he doesn't know what he's doing. That boy knew he was trying to whoop his ass.
Oh yeah,
and like balls, like the kids under 18, just clueless. Like you don't know nothing until you.
Have you seen the kids these days? I mean, damn near they're taller than me, bigger than me. Like, it's like, but he had no choice but to defend himself in that situation, and I don't. It is the student is a minor child abuse. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was gonna say. Is
I think they changed the laws. If a person is attacking you, it doesn't matter the age. You got the right to defend yourself. Now you can't shoot him all the time, but he could get him a 2-piece and biscuit like he gave him.
That's what sucks is the system really can't help him there because it's by law. And
it's not real. It's not real. Look, after you turn 18, You run up on anybody at any age, no matter what age you are, and they're gonna defend themselves. They ain't gonna be like, "Oh, he's 21, I'm 45, I couldn't hit him." They're gonna kick your ass. Or you
Exactly.
can be like 21, I can rob him. He's 50. You'll rob that person. You know what I'm saying? So like, or a 50-year-old crackhead gonna be like, I can't do that. He's only 20. He's minor. They gonna do whatever they want. He's just beginning his life. That's not real.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's just a stupid situation that it's not fair because like he has to defend himself and what was said to him, like that's already getting you to you just it's hard to have to deal with that stuff because you can't do anything about it without being reprimanded and stuff.
right. Of
And
course, we not about to solve it here on the podcast, but I do think it's complicated and a lot of things, moving parts to it. But I don't think nobody should be having to take an ass whooping because of their job like a teacher. Missed this one teacher. I was looking for the video. This dude keeps smacking this woman over and over, smacked her glasses halfway across the room. Talk about, I told you I'd do it. I smack. Now, no, she couldn't have physically beat him up or whatever, but oh my goodness, this is out of control, these kids.
oh my god, yeah, I've
You
seen
know?
countless videos of that stuff, and it's like
Which is why I think teachers don't need guns, because then we'd see them blasting these badass kids. Which would be
you're not.
horrible.
I've
Even
seen some
worse.
crazy videos of teachers putting their hands on kids, and like sometimes I agree with the situation. If it's not like that bad, like if they're standing over them, like stomping them out, it's like, all right, you proved your point, but like you ain't got to keep going.
Right.
Now,
Damian Kenny, he bring up a good point. I heard about this a while ago about a 6-year-old that shot the lady teacher and told adults that came to help, I shot that. Yeah.
exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is like you don't want to be stomping them out, but if there's a gun pulled on you and your life is depending on it, you don't need to go to jail for that. I mean, it's a 6-year-old child, but like I understand you should be able to like take that gun away from them and like
Punch him in the face.
yeah, and sit on them until the cops get there. It's like I don't know. The fact that the
little
parents
kid
are
in the
definitely the
head.
ones. Parents
You
need to
wanna
definitely
put
be the ones
guns
taking
in that?
responsibility.
That is true. Now, I do remember hearing, I don't remember exactly the details of the case, but I remember hearing something, and maybe somebody watching or listening will know what I'm talking about. But just recently, some parents went to jail or got charged for the child's school shooting or something they did. And they put the parents in there for what he did. And so that's something that just recently happened, which in a way I'm confused and conflicted because you can only control another person but so much in your child. But then I think this case, the parents allowed this kid to have the gun and they knew it was signs or something like that. So that's why I think this was maybe warranted. But overall, I don't know. Yeah, parents are responsible.
Oh yeah,
Um, but then I don't know where the line is on should
I.
they be blamed or not.
It's just a horrible thing because like even when I was a kid, I noticed the growth of school shootings and like my parents would be like, yeah, that wasn't going on when we were in school, and like it's horrible. It's terrible. I try to stay away from politics and like gun control and stuff like that because I'm really conflicted between it because people are going to get guns no matter what.
Do you look
You
you
can't
own
really stop it, but like that's where do we draw the line? Because like the good people, there was a case in Indiana of a shooting at the mall in Greenwood,
I
and
remember that a few years ago.
the guy who stopped the shooting was
Had it,
a
yeah.
guy concealed carry. It's like so at this rate, it's like you can't really stop it unless you just take all the guns off the planet, and like
Right.
that's
And you don't want to be defenseless as a legal citizen because then you just hoping people on good behavior. Because if somebody
exactly.
decides to come in and shoot, you can't do nothing. Please, not me. Like, do you own any guns? Do you believe in gun ownership? What's your thoughts on that?
I know they did something recently, like where you don't even have to.
Yeah, I
What?
don't agree with that. You don't need a permit here.
Yeah, that's a little far. Like, how
I think so too.
you
Permit
could just
wasn't nothing
have it
but
on you,
$100 anyway.
unless I guess you proof of ownership and stuff. But it's I personally don't own a gun, mainly because I don't think I should have a gun. I might, do something stupid with it. Uh, but it's smart people. I think they need to do better with the testing. Like, you can't, because I mean, you give a gun to a guy who's mentally stable one day, but his whole life could go out the window the next day, and then his whole
Mm.
demeanor changes. It's like, so maybe like
You
annual
made me think of
testing.
something I never thought about. Annual testing, that's scary. But it makes sense, but I don't like it. So I am a gun owner, and I do like guns. I've had legal guns ever since I moved here. I'm like, ooh, get them legally now? Okay, because I'm originally from Chicago. So when I moved here, so yeah, I got a lot of. I ain't gonna say I got a lot of guns because I've talked to people that actually do have a
I'm gonna
lot of
see the
guns.
cops raiding your house when you're talking about your guns.
You go raid me. I'm legal, baby. That's the beauty of America. Ain't no crimes here. I bought it at the store. I got the receipts. Ain't no
Don't
bodies
even
on it.
need your permit.
No, exactly. Ain't nothing to, they don't nothing to hide. Shoot. But I still got a permit. I got a lifetime permit. So that's why
Oh,
you
hell
make
yeah.
me pay for this shit. They ain't even no good. But it was only like $150, which I'm thinking like, why is that not for a lifetime? I think it was like 40 or $50 every 3 years or something for the. I had that at first, and when it expired, I got the lifetime. But you know, part of the rights of this country and the Constitution is what make this country great, and the right to bear arms, it shouldn't be infringed upon, meaning you can't start making all these little rules and things and loopholes for people to go
Yeah,
through
true.
so that you can't get nothing or take it away. You know what I mean? Then we'll be like other
Exactly.
countries with right. So in a way, but then it is a lot of people messed up and they could do this and that, and it's you trying to protect society. So it's crazy. It's a balancing act.
It's really hard to pick I mean, that's what I'm saying is I'm not really on a side because like either way is a losing side, and it's like you
No,
either can't
the
protect
right
yourself.
side is the Constitution. We
Well,
Americans,
yeah,
right?
it's just there's gonna be negatives that come with both. And
I don't see. I don't see a negative. Okay, it is a negative to people having a bunch of guns. That is true. I'm not naive to that. Uh, but I think that it's not negative to have a society that can be armed. I think the problem is
yeah,
that the background checks are not done, or they don't need the permits. And even with that, a criminal is a criminal. What they gonna start to obey the rules on this, but then do a crime on that? So
yeah,
you know, criminals who break credit, they probably don't even have a driver's license. And they go, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really work in a way, you know, just like you can go in any city and get any drug you want, from weed to cocaine or whatever, because drugs are in America, even though it's illegal.
yeah.
So
That
is it really working or is it not? I don't know.
that's why I'm saying. I think the Constitution. I mean, it just should just stay that you should have the right because like no matter what, they're gonna get guns. If the bad guy wants a gun, he's gonna get a gun. There's no stopping it. There's literally no way of stopping it unless we cut off all the ports to all these illegal shipments and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't
So
know. It's just
yeah,
it's a messed up situation.
yeah, and it's way too many guns in America now.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's what 2 or 3 times as many guns as it is people. So
and that's
you
really
know,
crazy to think about.
yeah,
I
because
mean,
when I go to the gun stores and talk to those guys, they have like 20, 30 guns a piece, easy. And I be thinking like, wow, you know, I may have 4 or 5 or 6 and thinking I got a lot. They be like, oh, look at this. And stuff is expensive. That's why I don't buy and do all that. It adds up. I'm not into that like that. I'm more of a preparation type of person. I like to have stuff and never need it, and need stuff don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
That is
So,
very true.
yeah, I'd rather have it and never use it, never shoot it, never need it, and I never used it. Then one time, I should not had something to protect me. I'm in a supermarket, here comes somebody going crazy, and I'm over here praying by the bread that he don't see me. That would make me die right there, knowing I could have had something. So, you know.
That's another thing. This is kind of messed up, but it's like I'll go on Instagram, and I'm putting a nicotine pouch in right now. I'm
Okay, we
yeah.
getting ready to wrap it up soon anyway. I didn't want to hold you from your fix. No, I'm
My fix. It is terrible.
hey man, I need that Nicorette, man. I need about that time, man. I need one on the
It's
left, one
about
on the
that
right,
time.
man. One on the left, one on hit me 2 times, man. Two times, man. I'm shaking the habit. Wasn't one
Hey,
today.
I have been trying. It's tough though. That stuff has a grip on me. It's
Man, I'm
a
proud
Diddy
of you,
grip.
man. All jokes aside, I'm proud of you, man. I have problems with smoking and different things. It is hard. Hey, you're doing the right thing, and I hope it work out for you.
Oh
All
yeah.
jokes
I mean, I
aside.
gotta have this beautiful voice ready for the stage.
I know that's right. You got me over here getting scared now.
Get
Yeah.
that raspy voice.
My girl B said the 15-year-old that was in the shooting in Oxford had a history of violent behavior. His mother texted him before the shooting asking if he was about to do it and failed to notify the cops and the school.
Oh,
That's
man.
probably why they went to prison. Miss Smith said, typo. I meant I understand why Kanye, Lil Wayne, and others want to stay far away from certain characters. They don't get down like that. I would need Suge and 50M, NWA, Hammer, and to help protect me.
Huh.
Well, I don't know about Kanye and Lil Wayne. I think they may be down with some things you made. They kind of out there. I wouldn't
Lil
put
Wayne
some
for
stuff
sure.
behind them. Yeah, definitely Lil Wayne. He done tweaked out a few times. And Kanye ain't no telling what one of them Kardashians might have put him under a spell while he was asleep. He might have woke up butt naked in a damn eyes wide shut sucking room one time and never came out. Who knows what?
Kanye has been very unpredictable, man. But he seems to be doing a little bit better. Finally,
Yeah,
I
he
remember
been
a
on.
while ago he was like saying some really outlandish shit.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
was.
slavery wasn't real. I'm like, it wasn't.
He
Well,
was sounding like Trump was really his daddy when he said Trump is like my dad.
oh
I
my
was like,
god.
what? Trump is like my dad, dude. Trump don't know you like real damn son. Dad, dude.
How messed up do you think the world would be if Kanye was our president?
Oh no. You talk about war, nuclear. I'm telling what he might push the button off and blew up. Probably would have blew up Israel on
He's like,
Wednesday.
China stops production for Yeezys. I gotta throw some bombs their way. It's like,
Right.
Kim won't let him see the kids. Bomb that house. It's like he'd probably.
He'd have him under surveillance for real. He already bought the house across the street.
Oh
They
my
definitely be
gosh,
under
yeah.
they definitely be under satellite surveillance. They don't tell him what the hell.
But how's it? It's like, how are you stalking your family? Like that's a messed up situation. Like he just wants to be close to the kids, and that's what's like. It is weird to be like right there, but you know what I mean. It's like he does care for those kids. You can see it, but like he does some bad stuff.
Mhm. Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna give you one more video reaction. Stay motivated. Get that workout going. It be people out here doing some craziness, man. But you be seeing a hell of a transformation.
Oh
Uh,
wait, is this actually going to be a good transformation?
uh,
She's got about 3 legs on one leg.
She just a little knock kneed. That's all. Just a little knock kneed. Anyway, hey, you gotta make the most of what you got, man,
Oh
and
yeah.
never everybody be too sensitive. I make joke about myself, anything. Too many people, you know, be a little too sensitive. So, before I go, yeah, everybody make the most of what you got. Don't be so
Oh
sensitive,
yeah.
especially with comedy. All
Definitely
right,
just look at the brighter side of things. You gotta let the I mean, with the world the way it's going, you gotta find some light out there, and that's for me. It's comedy and joking about. If you can turn something dark into something light and make people laugh about it, it's like I think that's where it all needs to be. But there needs to be more happiness in the world because I mean we could use it. I mean who can't? It seems like every time I look at my phone, there's something negative. You know.
that's that is true. So that being said, where can people check you out on Instagram? What was
Oh
that
yeah,
again?
right, right
Oh,
there.
one word, Jack Ray Wise.
Jack Ray Wise on Instagram. I'll be posting some stand-up comedy clips here soon, probably this week. So look out for those.
All right, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. It was kind of a little late. We coordinated everything, but
Oh
you
yeah,
know, make some other stuff happen. And who knows what the future holds. So, you know, appreciate you, man, coming through.
oh
And
yeah,
we'll see what's up on the next one.
hell yeah.
Everybody, y'all have a good evening, good weekend.
Shout
Deuces.
out,
We
be
out here.
blessed.
The chronic.